بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
Majlis Shura, the Islamic Leadership Council of New York, was founded February 1989 to unite Muslim communities. Majlis Shura organizes with over 90 mosques and Muslim organizations, imams and board presidents, activists, and youth directors and leaders across the metropolitan area. Our mission is to be the unifying body and voice of masajid and Islamic organizations of Greater New York, providing a common platform for mutual understanding and collaboration.
Of New York is an umbrella organization that has been working for the benefit of the Muslim community in New York since 1989, and it is contributing in a very meaningful and remarkable way, not only to daily and basic lives of our community members, member organizations, but also to the life of New York community at large. And that is reflected in our fight for social justice and in our fight against Islamophobia and our fight for good respect for the immigrants.
Our mission is to help strengthen Muslim unity and foster brotherhood, sisterhood according to the standards set by the Quran and Sunnah, and to improve the condition of Muslims in New York by enhancing their socio-economic and spiritual development. We also work hard on fostering political awareness within the community.
Majlis Shura is an organization, but also it is a representation. It is a representation of the Muslim community. It is a representation of the organizations. It is a representation of the individual members of the Muslim community. It gives the voice to the Muslim community. It gives the voice to the individuals, to the organizations that do not have voice amongst the society. So the Majlis gives the opportunity to the Muslim community to express its views, to express its position, and to express its concerns regarding what is going on in the world, what is going on.
What we do, our main role is to resolve conflicts, leading Muslim public affairs, advocating for Muslim civil and civic rights, and representing Muslims to local and state government officials, offices, and agencies. Fighting Islamophobia through community organizing, partnerships, alliances, and public policy processing. Managing crises through convening the community for collective strategizing and problem solving. Issuing statements about big events to provide guidance and explanation. Raising awareness about civic engagement among Muslims, bringing public services to our community, and making sure it is getting its fair share. Coalition building internally and externally. Building Muslim business networks. Educating and updating the community on current issues, sharing relevant information, and promoting our community's events.
You know, I want to just let you think about this for a moment. We have about 1,300,000 Muslims in New York City, over 300 masjids, 35 full-time Muslim schools. According to a report by Columbia University, between 10% and 12% of the student population in New York City are Muslims. We have all of these Muslims. What are we going to do with it? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gives us the hint in the Quran, Inna hadhihi ummatukum ummatan wahida wa ana rabbukum fa'budun. This ummah of yours is one ummah, I am your Lord, so worship me. To me, it's crazy to have all of these Muslims in New York City, all of these Muslim organizations, all of these masjids, and then we not be in some way in coordination. We have to coordinate our activities. One of the ways to do it is this organization called Majlis Shura. Majlis Shura is an attempt to get all the Muslims in New York City to work together to coordinate for the betterment of the Muslims in this community, in fact, for the betterment of New York.
maintaining a directory of our masajid and organizations, providing arbitration and internal conflict resolution, providing chaplaincy and rehabilitation and endorsing chaplains to be hired by New York State and New York City, intaking, addressing, and referring Muslim complaints and inquiries, supporting da'wah, conducting interfaith outreach, training imams and community leaders, distributing zakah.
Majlis Shura of New York, united voice for the Muslim community. In the outside, we are united. In the inside, we are independent voice for our communities. Think globally, act locally. It is our duties to unite our voice. Majlis Shura is one of the many voices to show the unity of Muslim in New York. To outside, we have to show our strength. Inside, we have to show our independence.
Why you should support us. The Muslim community of New York must have an organizational body where it coordinates its public affairs and protects Muslim individuals and institutions and speak with one voice. That role is played by the Majlis since its inception. The local government and civil society need some organization or individual to be the main known representative of the Muslim community. The Majlis has been playing that same role since its inception, protecting our community from being misrepresented by an individual, Muslim, or organization. In times of crises, the community needs a legitimate, coherent individual and organizational leadership that can manage the crises and serve the community at large. The Majlis has been playing this role ever since its inception. Without a strong coalition like the Majlis, our community will never be protected, its interests will never be served, and its fair share of public services and benefit will never be attained. In order for the Majlis to keep playing roles mentioned above and be as effective as similar religious coalitions, such as the Council of Churches, the Board of Rabbis, and so on, the Majlis must be properly staffed and funded, and that is the responsibility of all Muslim New Yorkers, as the Majlis serves them all.
Almost 30 years ago, 3 decades, a group of imams and leaders of the New York area came together to establish the Majlis Shura. Alhamdulillah. At that time, it was perhaps maybe 15 to 20 masajids and communities. We realized at that time that no one organization could handle all of the challenges, before the Muslims. So we came together on a platform of unity and mutual cooperation to work for the development, in the areas of spirituality, in the areas of economic development and social and civic engagement. That was the mission, that was the idea behind the Majlis Shura in the spirit of brotherhood. Alhamdulillah. And since then, since its inception, we have grown exponentially. We are now over 80 masajids and Islamic centers. Alhamdulillah, we look forward to your continued support for this great organization.
The Muslim community of New York must seize the opportunity of the Majlis, invest in it, unify around it, and strengthen it, as they cannot afford to lose it or to start from scratch building another coalition to coordinate and lead their public affairs.
Allah will bless you and reward you. One morning and one evening spent in the path of Allah is equal to 70 years of nafil ibadah. And when we go to the path of Allah, the birds in the air and the fishes in the sea make maghfirah dua for you. Today you are in the path of Allah. So we are asking you, inshallah, for your kind donation. May Allah bless you. May Allah bless your community. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless those who are giving today, and those who cannot give today, inshallah, kindly give another time.
ITV, Call of Peace, Save Humanity.